I'm District Director Kyle Hall. And if you think I'm dressed a little less formally than usual, well, I just came in from shoveling 18 inches of snow. So that's the reality of the situation. Speaking of reality, a couple of days ago, my wife was looking at me saying, hey, we're supposed to get some snow. You might want to get the snow tires put on the van. And, I didn't want to deal with it. I just didn't. I had things to do. I had work to do. I had Toastmasters stuff to do. I didn't want to go to the tire place and sit there for an hour or three. I didn't want to spend the money. Not that it's a lot of money. I just didn't want to deal with it. And, this is Squim. This is Washington. We don't get lots of snow and it melts in a day. And, let's not worry about it. And the weather forecast kept getting worse and worse. And my wife kept saying, hey, we should get snow tires. And I was resisting. And finally, she gave me the look. Some of you have experienced something similar to that, the look from your significant other, whoever that is. Well, that look to me means you're in denial, get over it, recognize reality, and deal with it. And she was right. I hate it when she's right. Anyway, she was right. So Friday morning, while the snow was actually falling, I was at the tire place getting our snow tires put on the minivan so that at least we can go somewhere if we have to. We can get out of the driveway if we have to. So why am I telling you about snow tires? Well, how does buying snow tires relate to our clubs and relate to our life in Toastmasters? We spend a lot of time talking about how we can make our clubs better and how we can improve our Toastmasters experience. And sometimes I think we spend time trying to think about how we can make something better without first figuring out what's wrong. Sometimes I think we don't actually face reality. The best example I can think of is there's a club in our district that's down to 5 members. They were a weekly club. They used to have, used to be a full club, and they had 2 speeches and 2 evaluations and tabletops at every meeting. Well, they were a weekly meeting with 5 members, and they're trying to have 2 speeches, 2 evaluations, and tabletops at every meeting. You can't do that. Well, you can, but what you end up with is you're exhausted, you have meeting fatigue, and when somebody wants to talk to you about, hey, let's do something to grow your club, you're too tired to do anything about it because you're too busy trying to pretend you're a healthy club. They haven't admitted reality, and the reality is they're not a healthy club. Rather than trying to be a healthy club, they should focus on relaunching a club. That's my opinion. We had a club where it was down to 3 or 4 members. It just couldn't seem to grow. They'd get a new member, the new member would leave. They'd get a new member, the new member would leave. They got a coach. Well, finally, 1 or 2 of the old-time members left. And they got a new member, the new member stayed. They got another new member, the new member stayed. Well, it turns out the couple of the old-time members were kind of grouchy and curmudgeonly and tired, and they gave really harsh evaluations, and they drove everybody off. Gee, why couldn't we have recognized that and done something about it as opposed to having to wait until they left? We need to recognize the reality of our situation, whatever it is, our personal realities, our club realities. And in Toastmasters, one of the ways we do that is moments of truth. And that's a great exercise. My club is going to do it next month. It's a great exercise. You can download the materials from Toastmasters International. But I know some people are a little intimidated by moments of truth. It seems like a lot of work. In the Club Marketing 101 talks I gave, and with that video is out on our YouTube channel, I talked about doing a Moments of Truth Light. Great, that's another alternative. Well, today I produced for you an even a smaller, more focused, less time technique, which I'm calling Moments of Truth Micro. And there should be a link underneath this video where you can download that. And there's 2 pages. The first page is for a member's personal use. Take it home, use it, don't discuss it with your club, but look at yourself. Are you fully engaged? It helps you look at what you love about your club and Toastmasters and why you may or may not be fully engaged. Just a couple of quick questions to look at yourself. The second page is for clubs to look at themselves. How are they frustrated? How are club members frustrated with their club and or annoyed, and also what they love about their club? Because if we know those two things, we can accent and accentuate what we love about our club, and we can look at what the common frustrations and annoyances and maybe do something about it. But we can't do that until we see it. We can't fix a problem until we know what the problem is, and that means facing reality. Sometimes we gotta go out and get the snow tires put on the car. Sometimes we just have to do it. So that's what this video blog is about. It's about facing reality squarely, understanding what the problem is, and then figuring out how to deal with it. I wish you all happy, healthy, and vibrant clubs.